The psychology topic I chose to do my research on is the reactive attachment disorder, also known as RAD. Why did I choose this topic? I chose to do my research on this disorder because the topic was very intriguing to me. I also know people that suffer from this disorder. What is RAD? The reactive attachment disorder happens when a child does not form a healthy relationship with their parents. This detachment can cause lifelong problems. There are two main types of this disorder. The first type is inhibited reactive attachment disorder, RAD. The second type is disinhibited social engagement disorder, DSED. Both of these disorders are very similar, but one difference with DSED is that it may be difficult to form a deep, meaningful connection to others. But both of these disorders are seen in children that have a history of trauma and neglect. Why do people suffer from this disorder? The most common reason why people suffer from this disorder is because the child was born into an uncaring environment, such as an orphanage or foster care, as an infant or toddler. Being in an orphanage or foster care does not let the child get the attention and everything they need to form a healthy relationship with their parents. If a child is adopted from an orphanage or foster care, the child can have trauma from not getting enough love and attention when they are young. Another way children can suffer from this disorder is if they are abused, suffer from other trauma, or they are neglected by people around them. Although the most common way to get this disorder is through foster care or an orphanage, any child can be diagnosed with RAD. This does not allow the child to create a healthy bond with a parent or caregiver. Some symptoms of this disorder include unexplained withdrawal, fear, sadness, or irritability, not seeking any comfort, not giving any response when receiving comfort, not engaging in social interaction, and failure to ask for help when needed. RAD is a disorder in brain development. In brain scans, the temporal lobe does not develop correctly due to neglect. Improper growth of the temporal lobe affects emotions and senses. The lack of growth will cause emotional and cognitive issues such as RAD. An orphanage is a group home dedicated to the care of orphans. Foster care is a system in which a minor can be placed into a group home or a private home. Which do you think is better for a child to grow up in? Both orphanages and foster care can have negative effects on children. While some may think that foster care is better because it has more of a family setting, isn't always the case. When children are in foster care, the house that they are in can have a maximum of 8 kids in that house. That can often be very packed. The parents will have a hard time trying to spend one-on-one time with each kid. Another negative could be getting put with an abusive or neglecting parent. And just as in an orphanage, you could get an abusive or neglecting caregiver. The other known detachment disorder, DSED, has symptoms including willingness or desire to leave a safe place with a stranger, lack of desire to check with trusted adult before leaving a safe place, and excitement or lack of fear when meeting a stranger or unfamiliar adults. How this disorder has affected people around me. My friend was adopted from Russia when she was 14 months old. For the first 6 months of her life, she lived with her 16-year-old birth mother until she was put into an orphanage. She suffered from symptoms such as liking attention no matter what, even if it was positive or negative. She was constantly stealing from others. She had odd collections such as rocks, keys, and candy wrappers. She struggled socially, making friends and fitting in, and lastly, she was missing filters and would say whatever she was thinking. Treatment for RAD. There are many ways a parent can help their child if it has been diagnosed with RAD. Parents can do things such as having a tight structure, having boundaries, getting professional assistance, having other people such as friends and neighbors that can help support them, and give the child stuff to do around the house that can make them feel responsible. But in some cases, medication can help as well.